Hey there, it's Anne here, and we're on the Little Way of Lent. And we are almost at the end of our journey, just as Jesus is almost at the end of his journey. Now, do you remember yesterday's challenge? It was a big one. It was to ask Mum and Dad about your behaviour. Is there something that you could change to make you a better person? Mum and Dad know and love you very much. They know when you are good and they know when you're not so good, when you are naughty. So, is there something that you could do that they have suggested that will improve who you are? Every single person in the world can do something to improve. And if Mum and Dad have a good idea, I think it's important that you listen to them. If you can manage to make that change, imagine how Mum and Dad will feel. They will be thrilled with you. They will look at you and say, there is someone who listened. My child is doing really well. Think about the changes you could make in your life and how happy others will be. Today's Gospel reading is Matthew 26. Jesus sends out his disciples to find a place to have the Passover meal tomorrow. It is a place where they can gather as a special group with their master, leader and teacher and celebrate with him something that's very important to the Jewish people and their understanding of their covenant, their contract with God. During this Passover meal, Jesus knows that he will die, that it is part of his destiny. However, he continues to dine with his friends, to love them and to share. How would you feel if one of your best friends betrayed you, let you down, decided that they didn't want to be your friend anymore? You would be heartbroken, perhaps destroyed. You couldn't understand why. Can you imagine how Jesus would have felt when Judas had decided to betray him for 30 pieces of silver? Jesus would have been heartbroken. Let's hope that you will never break Jesus' heart, because you will be a follower and a disciple who will remain true and loving and courageous. You will not be tempted by things that are similar to 30 pieces of silver. You will stay strong. So, as the disciples are gathering to find a venue for tomorrow's Passover Thanksgiving meal, let's think about the Passover meals or the Thanksgiving meals that we might celebrate, gathering together all those we love. When we gather together those we love, we celebrate, we eat, we drink, we thank God, we say grace. Can Mum and Dad tell you any stories from their past? Your challenge is to join with Mum and Dad and your brothers and sisters to prepare for the Passover meal that will be celebrated tomorrow night. We know that Passover meal as the Last Supper, and it is the most important meal that Jesus ever has. We remember that meal every time we take the Eucharist. Tomorrow, I'll ask you how you and your family went in preparing the Passover meal. I'll see you then. Goodbye.